Hi, welcome to Westpac London's end of market day report for Wednesday the 11th of April. Markets saw a bit of respite today after 4 or 5 days of losses, depending which market you look at, the US having one more trading day in which to decline over the last week than did Europe. No big economic data to report today. We do get the Fed's beige book regional assessment of the US economy, which is prepared 2 weeks ahead of the FOMC meeting for later this month. We do get that later on today in a couple of hours' time, but there hasn't been much other data of significant note. However, we had the Spanish Prime Minister say that Spain would impress with its austerity measures and wouldn't require a bailout along the lines of Ireland, Greece and Portugal. And also we had an ECB official suggest that the bond purchase program could be fired up again. The ECB hasn't been buying the bonds of the likes of the Italian and Spanish governments for 4 weeks now. But there was a pretty strong hint that Spanish market conditions were not appropriate from the ECB, and that suggests that if we were to see further upside in the bond yields of Spain and indeed Italy, we could see that program fired up again. And that would certainly be consistent with our view that the ECB does have more work to do to support European financial markets. Now those Spanish government comments and the ECB comments contributed to the gains that we saw in Europe today. Didn't reverse yesterday's losses and certainly have gone nowhere near reversing the losses of the past week or so. But we did see the London market up 0.7%, the French market up 0.6%. Germany saw a gain of just over 1%, and we saw Spain up almost 2% and Italy up 1.6%. But those gains were not even half of what they lost yesterday. The US up about 0.7% at the moment. One of the other positives today, of course, was the aftermarket release of Alcoa's better than expected earnings result. Alcoa kicked off the quarterly earnings season with an unexpected but small profit. They had been expected to post another quarterly loss. And that's boosted expectations that we might see further upside surprises on the earnings front. So that's about it for today. Just on the commodity markets, we've got gold prices down 0.1%, a very modest loss after yesterday's safe haven buying pushed gold prices up quite sharply. Copper prices are pretty much unchanged today, and we've got oil up 1.2%, $102.26 a barrel. The Aussie dollar's been trading around 1.03 today, a little bit of a recovery there, regaining most of what it lost yesterday. We did report consumer sentiment for April. That was down for the second month running. We've got jobs numbers for Australia coming up tonight. We were expecting a 12,000 rise in employment, which won't quite reverse the February loss. These are March numbers coming out. So the underlying story, we think, in the labour market is going to remain soft and probably contribute to the case for a further rate cut from the RBA. So that's about it for today. I'll be back again at the same time tomorrow.